Depression can interrupt or even end a student's college experience. Reporter Caroline Deisley talked to one USC senior who almost didn't graduate on time because of her struggle with depression.
USC senior Maggie Duff is a civil engineering major expected to graduate this May, but that almost didn't happen.
I remember sitting in my room crying hysterically you just don't know why, and you're sort of inconsolable at that point.
3 weeks into her sophomore year, Maggie called her roommates in a state of panic, saying, "I think I've hit rock bottom." One of them, Emily Brown, knew a lot about signs of depression.
I think that's definitely one of the most important things, being able to sit down and realize, oh, I'm feeling sad, or to recognize the behavior of their best friends or friends and realize oh, there's something wrong.
Emily convinced Maggie to go home to seek treatment. Her doctors diagnosed her with severe depression that's directly linked to anxiety and sent her back to LA with medication. But the transition back to school was rough, especially because she was reluctant to share the reason for her absence.
But there were still people, a year later being like, I actually had no idea what was wrong until whatever, because I just had kind of hidden it from everyone.
She also hid it from her teachers, who didn't understand why she missed 2 weeks of class. Because of this, Maggie was forced to retake 2 of those classes, drastically affecting her ability to graduate on time.
The teachers were sort of unhelpful. They were sort of not unsympathetic, but they just didn't, since I wasn't explicit about what I was actually doing, I just said I had a family emergency, even though I was the emergency.
Maggie isn't the only one to keep her depression a secret. In a lot of cases, even parents don't know. Only 7% report that their child has a mental health issue, while only 30% of students with depression report it to their university.
And so there's a lot of pressure on maybe feeling like you're the only one who's depressed, or you're the only one who's feeling anxious or stressed out about whatever it is.
94% of school counselors say the biggest issue they face is the treatment of mental health. But as reporter Kelly Rinke mentioned in her feature, the biggest issue here at USC is the difficulty of getting an appointment.
The care that they're just providing now is just not consistent enough, and providing an appointment a month after the time that it's really necessary is just not cutting it.
Certainly for some students, like Maggie, they need help immediately. A month is just too late. For Annenberg Media, I'm Caroline Deisley.
If you're dealing with depression but are not getting the help you need, you can call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK to speak with a trained counselor.